Yes, I am. Thank you for checking.
Good afternoon, all. I'd like to call this meeting to order, please. Can we have roll call, Ms. Byram?
Yes, Mrs. Anderson.
Here.
Mr. Hopkins.
Here.
Mr. Jones.
Here.
Miss Page.
Here.
Mrs. Quintern.
Here.
Madam Chair, the clerk certifies the presence of a quorum.
Thank you. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please? I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Righty. Dr. Sneed, are there any adjustments to the agenda?
No, Madam Chair, there are no adjustments to the agenda.
Okay. Hearing no adjustments to the agenda, I'd like a motion to accept the agenda.
I make a motion we accept the agenda as presented.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Motion carries. Down to the consent agenda. For the minutes and financial reports of, let me see. Sorry, I got the paper. I'd like a motion to accept these, please.
I move to accept the draft February 21st, draft February 28th, and draft March 7th
Showing up. Took a while to get there.
minutes, in addition to the financial report for March 2022 and the food service report as presented.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next, the monthly operating bills. I'd like a motion to accept these, please.
I move to accept the monthly operating bills for March 2022.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. And now we're down to the Office on Youth contest winners, and I'll turn it over to Ms. Jacobs.
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you all for having us here today. My name is Ashley Jacobs, and I'm with the Orange County Office on Youth. And I wanted to tell you all a little bit tonight about a contest that we recently had for middle and high school students here in Orange County. And then I wanted to highlight some of our winners of the contest and show you some of their work and some of their really creative abilities. So the Office on Youth, as you probably are aware, offers a lot of grant-funded programs in our area, especially those around youth tobacco prevention and obesity prevention. Those are some of the bigger ones that we offer. And so through those grant programs, we hosted our inaugural Takedown Tobacco Day contest this year. And it was a contest that that invited middle and high school students to create an advertisement against flavored tobacco products and basically just discouraging the use of those products among youth. And so it was very open-ended in regards to the style, the format, and the medium that they could use. There were a few, limitations. We had 18 submissions. They submitted between February 14th and March 14th. And then we had a panel of 4 judges blindly assess each of the submissions and select a winner. That judging process was incredibly close, so close that we actually had to declare a tie with our high school winners. So we have 2 high school winners here and a middle school division winner as well. So I'd like to introduce them to you all and then show you some of their work, if I could. So our middle school division winner was Julia Painter. She's an 8th grader here at Prospect Heights Middle School. And then we had 2 high school division winners. Both are 12th graders at Orange County High School, Nicholas Edelman and John Mason Vines. And like I said, we had 18 submissions. All of them were really fantastic. It was difficult for our judges. But these 3 really stood out to them as far as their message, their creativity, their presentation, and the impact. So if we could, Ms. Byram, if we could show some of their work, that would be wonderful.
We don't have names in the file, so
Okay.
I'm not sure
Yep.
which one is.
If you want to do the MS7 one, that's Miss Painter's submission, the middle school submission. actually had to ask her how you do that. Like, what is that? And apparently it's stop animation, stop motion, and it was just mind blowing to me because technology is not my thing. So we were super impressed with that. We also were happy to be able to highlight the text vape free OC tagline. I don't know how many of you are familiar with that, but we have a program here in Orange now called This Is Quitting, where youth and young adults can text vape free OC to 88709, and they'll receive up to 12 weeks of daily text messages to help them in their quit journey. It's completely confidential, anonymous, even to me. It's done through the Truth Initiative nationally, but we don't receive any information about phone numbers or anything like that, just how many folks texted in and if they were able to successfully reach a quit date or how far in the journey they were able to go. But it's really nice because we can kind of track that here in Orange County to help combat the vaping problem. So our judges were really intrigued by her submission, and so she's one of our winners. And then, like I said, we have 2 high school ones. If you would like to do, they're not named because it was a blind judging contest. But HS4 would be Mr. Edelman here. And this one does have audio.
Why don't you smoke?
It's gross. It smells nasty. It makes your teeth turn yellow. One of my great-grandmothers used to smoke, and she got lung cancer, and I've been afraid ever since.
I don't like the idea of something controlling me.
Everybody knows if you smoke as an athlete, it's definitely going to affect your performance on and off the field.
It has a lot of negative effects that people don't realize. I play sports.
It might be okay on the outside, but inside you're damaging your lungs.
And so one of the things that the judges liked about that approach was the interview style and talking to lots of different people with different backgrounds and different interests, and being able to kind of find a common ground there. So yeah, we're really excited. And the nice thing about all of this is that we've had parental consent on all the submissions, so we'll be able to continue to use them in the years to come. You'll see lots of them highlighted on social media, and we'll hopefully be able to use them as a deterrent for youth. So we have one more, which would be HS7.
Vaping might seem cool, but in reality, it's not. It impacts your favorite activities and prevents you from doing a lot of fun things. Don't let vaping control your life or actions. Make your own. Remember, you will only have one set of lungs. Take care of them.
So with this one, I think that the judges were just really impressed at how it focuses on all the aspects of your life, not just the most obvious ones. And so I think that they all 3 took a different approach, but an impactful approach, and we're just really excited. And we wanted to just show you all, these kids did this in their own time, on their own accord, you know, and all their free time that I'm sure they have so much of. But they did this, and they'll be really great resources for us to use in the future. And I think sometimes with all the craziness, it's nice to see what, you know, the students in this community are really capable of and really working hard for. So that's all we have. I just want to say thank you for letting us come, and hopefully you watch our social media pages for the Orange County Office on Youth so you can see more of the submissions.
Go ahead, Dr. Tate.
Yes. Just really would like to thank you for allowing the students this opportunity, and of course Ms. Fines as well, and congratulate the students because you have an eclectic look across different levels, and in terms of your videos you're able to really reach a broader audience with the combination of your 3 approaches. And that's what we want to do. We really want to get the message out there. And so thank you for your innovation and your creativity and your spirit. It's what Orange County is about, and I love your positivity. So thank you very much for taking the courage to get into this modality, and thank you for your leadership.
Yep, thank you, Ashley. And I was going to say, Alicia, I can't believe you got a senior. But yes, thank you guys. It was amazing. So can I ask a question? So where did you get your idea from?
Yeah, you can
Yes, I was surprised that you knew what the Ninja Turtles were. Right. That's right. All right. And you gentlemen?
I got the inspiration because a lot of the kids in our county like doing sports and stuff, and I've seen a few of them do it, and they don't realize that it's potentially affecting them, their abilities to continue to do sports.
And you,
I
John?
asked some friends why would they stop smoking if they smoked, and they said the one thing that they would think about is their family and sports. So I figured, why not keep asking more people and get it on video and put it together.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys and congratulations.
Is that okay? Okay. Yeah, in the spirit of recognitions this evening, first of all, again, another hearty congratulations to our contest winners. And just wanted to recognize that I received communication from Mr. Doss that, this past weekend, a trip, obviously, that the board approved at an earlier meeting, the Orange County Indoor Music Program traveled to Hampton Roads Coliseum. They competed in the Atlantic Indoor Association State Championships. Now, they had 3 units in competition: the indoor winds, the color guard, and the drumline. Now, the indoor winds took first place in their class and won the gold medal in the Scholastic A class, earning the title of 2022 AIA State Champions. So in absentia, we congratulate them. The indoor guard competed against 21 other groups and came in third, earning the bronze medal in their class. And the guard posted the highest score of the 3 OCHS Dora ensembles. So the indoor drumline won their class and earned the AIA 2022 Percussion Scholastic A gold medal. And the drumline had the highest scholastic percussion score at the event, which honestly is not surprising if you've ever had the good fortune of attending any of the performances by our class act music program. And so basically a hearty congratulations to all 3 indoor ensembles on a successful season. And so, we really do have a wonderful school system full of talented youth and talented leaders and teachers. And so just want to give that hearty congratulations. The other hearty congratulations I'd like to give to, again, is a former board-approved trip, DECA. DECA will be attending the International Career and Development Conference in April 23rd to 27th. That's just a couple of weeks. I believe we will have met. No, we will not have met before they go. And so again, in their absentia, we just like to wish their sponsor, Patrie Dayowen, and the students who are attending. And I believe Ms. Dayowen will also be addressing the audience in Atlanta. And there are other things to celebrate. The last one I have is one of not trying to embarrass anyone, but I'm very proud because I know what this takes. I know what it means to put in a lot of hard work and extra hours, and that is a hearty congratulations to Miss Renee Honecker and a hearty congratulations to Miss Judy Anderson. A doctoral degree was conferred upon our director of secondary instruction and our director of elementary instruction, and we're very proud of them. And I recall when I defended my dissertation and my work, how much nuanced information and exact detail goes into that, and what that means. And so I want everyone in here to they're going to kill me for this, yes. But I want them to stand, and I want everyone to congratulate them through applause on their accomplishments. I'm done after this, so what the heck, right? So, they're going to get me. With that being said, I'm going to hand the floor back over to the board.
Thank you, Dr. Sneed, and congratulations, ladies. At this time, I will open public comment. And Ms. Byron, has anyone signed up?
Yes, ma'am. We have Miss Laura Daniel.
Okay.
Good evening, Superintendent Sneed and school board members. Once again, I stand before you to ask you to take action and to ban the Confederate flag. Please do not mistake my silence the last couple of months as being that this topic is not important or that it doesn't matter. I was informed by a school board member that action would be taken upon this matter, which is why I patiently waited to see if anything happened. Months went by and I kept checking the agendas, the monthly agendas, or the meeting agendas to see if any action would be taken, and none has been taken so far. During this time, we have been approached by other families in our school district. Listening to what they had to say, I realized how important this is and how we need to continue to speak up about this until action is actually taken. You see, you and every single board member has the privilege of being patient. Even I have the privilege of being patient. It's because our skin color is white and that we are afforded certain privileges, like I mentioned. However, in this same community, our community, there are others that are not afforded the same rights, these same privileges and luxuries that we take advantage of. They do not get the privilege of waiting without consequences. Instead, their families, their children are sent to school every day, having to face sitting in school buildings, seeing these hate symbols in front of them worn by people, hearing derogatory comments about it. We have people shouting white power in the hallways, in classrooms. Like, how is this inclusive? How is this appropriate? Now I know what you guys are thinking. Once again, I'm standing before you guys. You guys are probably thinking this is not an issue. You guys are probably thinking not my community, not the symbol that we cherish as a heritage, not hate. But you had children, and your school system stood before you that stated this symbol is a hate symbol. They even gave you a history lesson about this, how that it's not even truly the Confederate flag, as we call it. Once again, I urge you guys to take action. You know, you guys have the privilege of passing this off, but our kids in our community, even our teachers, our staff members, don't have that same privilege. I truly hope that you guys actually take a stance. Stand up against hatred. Stand up and say this is not welcome in our community. Tell these families that they matter, that you've listened to them, that they've stood before you and said, I'm scared, and that you actually take the time to listen to that and actually do something about it. You have the power. You know, what are you guys gonna do with it? What else do you need? I've provided you with case law. And ironically, it's actually been banned at the high school before. So please, thank you.
Ms. Byram, has anyone else signed up?
No, ma'am, not at this time.
Okay. Since no one else has signed up, I will declare public comment closed. And we will continue with business. Dr. Sneed?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I have 3 items on superintendent's reports and recommendations. At the work session, some of the action items were already approved. So the first item I have is the approval of the 2022-2023 draft school calendar. If you recall at the work session, staff, in my opinion, did an excellent job of research and presenting that calendar, and now it is up for a vote of action tonight to move from draft to official calendar.
And I think Ms. Dawson is here if there are any questions. If hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to accept this.
I'll make a motion we approve the proposed 2022-23 calendar as presented.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
A second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Appreciate that. And the next item that we have is, again, at the work session, there was a presentation by Mr. Arnold with regards to award of a contract for the Gordon Barber Elementary School addition and renovations project. He, again, presented the information, went over the details, and it's rested for a couple of weeks, and we are suggesting approval of this recommendation for this award of contract, which would, I believe, be to Kenbridge Construction, yes. Just want to make sure I got that right.
Okay. Are there any questions? Hearing none, I would entertain a motion to accept this bid.
Madam Chairman, I make a motion we approve a contract to Kenbridge Construction in the amount of $5,699,000.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
Thank you, Mr. Arnold. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. That brings me to my final report and recommendation, which is the approval of policy revisions. Just a little bit of a history lesson. Staff, Ms. Byram and staff and I presented to you information with regard to policy revisions, and I just want to remind everyone that the BFC policy was pulled so that we specifically, I think Mr. Hopkins and I can review and add some regulatory language.
Yes, sir. I've worked on it, but I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't send it to you because you were on vacation.
Oh yeah, no problem. We exactly, and we said for the next policy drop, we can maybe do this in May. Is that okay?
It's fine.
Thank you, sir. And so thank you for working on that, Mr. Hopkins. The other policy, the EEA, Student Transportation Services, again, will be discussed at our Safe Schools Committee meeting, so that was pulled and won't be presented today for action. Just reminding everybody, we removed the BDB, Special School Board Meetings policy, because we kept the word duly in the policy. It was originally suggested to be stricken, but the board suggested to keep the word duly, so no change there. And then the IGBA programs for students with disabilities, the S will remain on the word parents, and so that was updated. So I just wanted to remind everyone of the conversations, because it has been 2 weeks, and usually we just have a week between the work session and today's action. So without any further, I guess you're waiting for my recommendation would be please approve the policy revisions as discussed.
Okay. I'd entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion we approve the policy changes as presented.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
Second. I'll second.
Okay. All in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. So next thing we drop down is to board member reports, and the first one up is me with the Piedmont Regional Program, which I was not able to attend, but the majority of what I saw on the notes was that discussion was over the budget and approving steps for increasing pay for their teachers and their aides. So. Great. Next, Ms. Quintern.
We had a Head Start meeting on March 23rd. We went over a lot. We didn't have quorum at the meeting, so I believe we're still working on a couple of items for approval. But in some, there's a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old curriculum. The 3-year-old's getting in place, 4-year-old is getting solidified. Summer school for students is going to be June 6th through 9th. Be focusing on reading, math, and then they're also adding art to the curriculum, which is something new. They're going to be extending past lunch, so we're excited about that. April 12th, they're going to be having a Dr. Yum cooking night, which involves getting the parents involved. The kids get to cook and they get to use actual materials and tools. March 25th is the kindergarten transition event. They're going to be dividing Locust Grove and Taylor Education, so that way they can be more efficient with time and resources. A donation was also given, so a library of books could be donated to each child. And then with the parent committee, they had the last meeting of the year, so they'll be getting ready for the next school year. Discuss the strategic plan and the 5-year grant, and that is what I believe we are waiting on finalizing approval for.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Quintard. And with that,
Madam Chairman, would it be okay if I gave a report on our superintendent search?
certainly.
One of the most important jobs of the school board is to select a new superintendent of schools. Some of this happens behind closed doors, but the process we follow is very open. We had public comment on what you wanted for a superintendent. We had a survey that went out to the public. We did the qualifications in an open meeting here, and they've been posted for almost 3 weeks. Applications can still be accepted. The job posting doesn't close until this coming Friday. But I can tell you, for privacy reasons, I cannot reveal the names of the applicants, but I can say we currently have 11 applications. 3 of these applications are from experienced superintendents in Virginia. The next step will be for us to interview these candidates, and I would anticipate we'd have some answer by the end of May, and of course the new superintendent, whoever that person is selected, will take place on July 1st.
Mr. Hopkins? All right, Mike, closed session certification?
Yes, ma'am. Pursuant to 2.2-3711A of the Code of Virginia, I move that the Orange County School Board convene a closed meeting for the following: discussion of personal or the performance of a division employee is authorized by Section 2.2-3711A1 of the Code of Virginia for resignation, termination, transfer, employment, salary adjustment, and retirement of employees.
Thank you. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
We're in closed session. Bye-bye.